episode 23.
Yep.
3.
That's a powerful number.
Or how would they say it in German? 23 or something like that. They don't say it 20 and then 3. They say it 3 and 20.
Or there's a movie about the number 23 with Jim Carrey where he tried to get all serious.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was horrible.
Did you see the trailer for Dumb and Dumber 2 yet?
Oh Jesus. Yeah.
No.
It's pretty funny.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
How funny is it?
On a scale of 1 to 10?
Yeah.
I don't know, 6.5.
Okay. All right.
That's
ish. I gotta watch it now. I'm gonna watch it. It
starts off with a pretty good gag.
So E3 wrapped up, eh?
Yeah, it did.
Yep.
As is its want. Well, it's actually been over for a few days.
2, at least 2.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, no, the real, like, when we were down there, the last couple days of E3 where the show floor are open are really kind of sad. It's just like, it's all the people who are like, oh, we really hope this would be better for us, but we're going to stick it out till the very end and hope some people come by to see our stuff.
Would you like a t-shirt?
Like everybody,
we got some free t-shirts.
Yeah. How about an anime bag that you can put all your other swag in?
That was pretty cool. I remember that.
Gigantic anime bag. It was like, what was that thing, like 3 feet long?
Yeah.
It was the most ridiculous piece of swag I've ever seen.
A lot of people had them too.
Was it kind of like those one of those like waifu pillows size?
Kind of. It was oversized, but it was like this huge shoulder bag, and it basically reached down to the floor, like when you wore it on your shoulder.
See, at conventions they have two main pieces of giveaway swag: shame sacks, which is what you're describing, and shame tarps, which is what everybody wears at the end of the convention. Because apparently size XXL is the only size that any gaming company actually has for their shirt swag. Because one size fits everything. So yeah, shame tarp and shame sack.
Like a movie.
Yeah.
There you go.
I didn't get any shame tarps, but I did get a shame sack. I think I've still got that somewhere. But
actually, the coolest convention T-shirt I ever got is a plain white T-shirt, and in black Helvetica font on the front, it says a 55-gallon drum of lube.
That was Cards Against Humanity thing.
You're damn right it was. It was actually kind of fun because the whole gist of it was to go around, like there were the black shirts and the white shirts. So the question card and the answer card, and you had to like find someone with the black shirt and see if your shirt made it funny. And then you would, take a picture of it and tweet it with a hashtag or Instagram it with a hashtag for, CAH packs, Cards Against Humanity packs.
That's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, and you could, win shit, but I didn't win shit.
It was like a social thing.
Yeah.
Making you make friends with other people. Yeah, I remember seeing them doing that at, that was PAX, right?
Yeah, it was fucking hilarious, though, because, otherwise you normally wouldn't talk to people, but if you saw someone with that shirt, you're like, you! People would run right up to you and be like, hey, let's take a picture. Okay.
You, hold still for a minute.
Yeah.
Do we want to talk about the games we played first, or we just want to jump right in?
Yeah, sure.
It's funny because I was just about to say that. So what have you been playing, Dan, since you're the guy?
Since I'm the guy, first I want to try out my new catchphrase. Hot banana. So I'm playing a hot banana game called Wildstar.
Stop trying to make hot banana work, Dan.
It's gonna work. That's a very hot banana comment of yours.
Weasel Wazzle. That's 2 podcasts in a row. Weasel
Nice thing
Wazzle.
you could say is you're a regular hot banana.
I'm just not even gonna address that.
I'm pulling the ripcord on this one.
Okay. All right.
Sorry.
I'll try to drop it some other time. We'll see.
Will you possibly drop it like it's hot?
It is super
banana?
hot. It's like hot banana style. Hot banana. No.
No.
Wildstar. Been playing it. I rolled a medic.
A medic?
Yeah. I talked about this last podcast. It was an MMO.
Man, I totally forgot.
Yeah, it's okay.
Anytime someone uses the word medic, it only brings back memories of one scene from a movie.
What scene?
Are you kidding? Starship
Medic.
Troopers?
Oh.
Medic!
You want to live forever, Rico?
Anyway, so you rolled a medic.
Anyway,
Sorry.
yeah, it's
Some
more in line
MMO.
with play style because I like to be support buffers. I can DPS, so it really is about finding your niche in this game, I think, and
finding your one true calling.
Yeah, so I went medic. Now there's mini raids and stuff that I unlocked as I'm going up a level, so it's neat. And I'm actually going to finally put the playthrough on the site. I've been threatening to do that, but that's what I've been playing.
Nice.
Those MMOs, man, they're like complete total soul suckers.
It's true. I mean, yeah, it really does desire your complete 100% time.
You haven't gone to work in like the past week. You haven't talked to any of your friends. You've just been, sitting around in your underwear, covered in Cheetos. Or sorry, Cheeto dust. Poop sock. Yep, poop sock. And,
yep.
Just mainlining that MMO, right?
You got it.
All for the video footage. For the site.
For you guys at home.
That's true dedication there, Dan.
For you hot bananas at home. That's what I'm doing.
Dedication to our listeners, our ravenous fans.
When you do the video of this, can you put like a hot banana counter up? How many hot bananas have gone by?
With a little ding
awesome.
Every time you...
Yeah, ding.
Yeah.
Hot banana. Ding. Hot banana. Ding. Hot banana.
Oh, sorry. You mean for the YouTube video?
Yeah.
I'll see if I can pull that off. I have no idea if that'll even be possible.
That would require a lot of work.
It would.
I'm sure Dan's going to be throwing that in every chance he gets from now on.
Well, it's fun to say hot banana.
No, it really isn't.
It is. Try it.
No.
Try it.
Hot poop sock?
No.
You know what? That's even better than hot
first.
banana. Hot poop sock is better than hot banana. Hot banana. Hot banana.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Banana.
You can't call someone a regular hot poop sock.
Hot banana. Hot banana. Hot banana. Anyway, I'm just making my life hell now. So cool. You played that MMO.
Yep.
You
played it.
Played a medic.
Loved
You
it.
unlocked some shit.
I'm not saying I'm loving it. I'm just saying that it's finally a game that I'm enjoying. Now that I'm up at level 16.
Well, and you can't say you're loving it because that phrase is actually copywritten.
Yeah.
So you're modestly entertained with it.
Yeah.
There we are.
Having it my way. How's that?
Burger King.
Burger King, because fuck you, that's why.
Well, you guys, you been playing any games or just watching E3 stuff?
Brian?
A little bit of both. Still playing Civ 5, but having a good time with that. Playing my Ottoman Turk Empire and lording. I got to this guy picked a fight with me. Like Nobunaga picked a fight with me. So basically, I switched my entire economy over to manufacturing, military units. Ran over and discovered this was my first war in Civ 5, so I discovered how difficult it is, with the early units to try and take over cities, right?
Right.
So changed all my research to give me siege units as soon as possible. Started cranking out catapults and trebuchets and running them over to where I was fighting. Managed to finally take over all this guy's 3 cities. And then I had a huge I found that Civ 5 doesn't really encourage militaristic behavior.
Oh,
because
really?
when you take over territories and stuff like that, you end up with a very unhappy population.
People tend to get pissy about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go figure.
So that was a little discouraging.
Yeah.
My entire civilization, they were all happy and enlightened and all science focused before, and then I started doing like policies and stuff that would support my war effort and switching over my entire economy to try and pay for my for my warmongering.
Ironically, that's almost like social commentary on modern society.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was going with this. I mean,
okay.
It's kind of like everybody hates me now because I destroyed another empire, and when you have all this military stuff, it's like when your only tool is a hammer, everything looks like a nail, right? So I'm immediately looking for the next war because I've got all these soldiers sitting around and they're not doing anything. So I'm like, well, there's a couple of city-states on this continent that I still haven't wiped out. Let's go wipe them out.
So you can't turn them into once they're a soldier, they're always a soldier. You can't be like, so you're going to be a scientist now.
I don't think so. There are probably people out there who are better at Civilization 5 than I am, who probably say he doesn't even know about turning his soldiers into scientists. Jeez. But
this would be a question best answered by Spencer because he's a Civ 5.
Yeah.
Well, you could in the first two. Yes, you could definitely.
I'm still relatively new to the whole thing, but I could disband my units and I guess turn the maintenance that was being used to keep them around to something else. I guess, but
where's the fun in that?
Yeah, I hadn't really stumbled across anything like that. So, I mean, cities, states and civilizations that I was allied with started turning against me. At this point, pretty much every major power is on guarded, at least, terms with me, and they've all publicly.
So they're kind of.
They've all publicly denounced me. Yeah, they're all kind of pissed, and
kind of a big old global fuck that guy.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't care because I've got the biggest army in the world. So fuck those guys.
Again, social commentary for.
Yeah. So it's kind of amazing how slippery that slope is. It's like.
Yeah.
Everything I have is devoted to war, so all of a sudden, it's like, well, war is what we're good at, so let's do that.
Basically, you've become Kim Jong-un.
Well, I don't know. I'd probably go with some kind of Caesar reference before I did that, but Kim Jong-un. I'm not trying to convince my citizenry that I don't, pee and poop. So, I don't think Kim Jong-un is exactly appropriate, but who knows?
I'm sticking to it. I went there, so.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's the thing that happened.
But yeah, I'm still having fun with the game, so
so
pretty good so far.
Civ 5. What else? Anything? Nothing?
Not really. I did kind of dabble a bit with. I went back and started playing Splinter Cell Blacklist.
Oh, okay.
Just because here on the Backspace podcast, one of our main things is we have a lot of games, so we have a backlog that we like to work through. So I was like, well, what can I sort of tackle that I haven't fired up in a while? And I've had Splinter Cell Blacklist ever since I bought my computer, and I haven't really had much time to play it, so I haven't really given it a
Clearly.
lot of time. So I went back and started playing that, and I don't know, it's just, I loved Conviction. I really loved Splinter Cell Conviction. I played that one start to finish. I went through the co-op campaign start to finish with Brett, and the thing I loved about that co-op campaign is the fact that when you get to the end of it, it turns into, like, the last mission is basically you against the guy you've been co-oping with the whole time.
Oh, was that the one with the cool art style where like mission objectives were on the walls and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
This one is, there's no drunken Michael Ironside, kind of slurring his way through his dialogue, and I love that about Conviction. It just sounded like he was so drunk the whole time he was recording the voiceover for that game.
Was.
Yeah. I would be.
The interrogations and stuff like that were a lot of fun. You could grab enemy agents and like basically bounce them off every wall in the place. It was like going around trying to find things to bounce them off and stuff like that. I haven't run across any of that in the new game yet. New voice actor, kind of a baked-in co-op system as well. It's kind of that Dead Space 3 kind of thing. It's like you could do this mission solo, or you could find a friend to buy the game with you and play through it with you. It'll be easier, that kind of thing. But yeah, that game, it seems like it's kind of a return to the old state of Splinter Cell games where they have a really sort of punishing fail state. It's like you kind of go into a mission and you don't really know what's going on, and you get detected one time and they pull the plug on you right there, right?
Oh, really?
It's like, oh, you were detected, start again. And there's at least in the missions that I've played so far, there doesn't seem to be any kind of checkpointing in this game at all.
Ew.
So you're basically you're forced to kind of fail your way up to a certain point and then try to figure out what you can do differently. And then, once you get past that point, it's like, well, I'm in a new area now. I have no idea where the guys are or anything like that. And fail your way a little bit further and start over from the beginning again. And yeah, I'm not.
That actually sounds really unpleasant.
Yeah, I was getting really frustrated with it yesterday. I spent about 3 hours trying to get through one mission, and I know everybody who's listening to this is probably just saying, get good, scrub. But, it's one of those things where it was this mission where if you get detected even one time by a camera or by a guy just turning around when you didn't think he was going to turn around in his little patrol route, right? You get detected one time and the mission's over.
See,
that's pretty ham-fisted.
If I had to spend 3 hours to try and pass one mission, I would uninstall the fucking game. But that's just me.
There are people in sort of the games journalism sphere who say this game was kind of an underappreciated gem. There's people whose opinions I respect who say that, and I'm trying to find that in this game. I'm trying to see it, right?
Yeah.
You know, I read a lot of things that say this was kind of an overlooked title, and you know, there's a lot more attention than people gave it, but I'm just not seeing it at this point. I haven't gotten to that point yet. And I think it's just either it's a question of me getting better at the game, or maybe they're just wrong. I can't really decide yet.
Why not both?
Yeah, it could be. Who knows?
Video game payola right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could be. But yeah, those are the main things I've been spending my time with. You know, aside from the usual bouts of FTL and Spelunky and Isaac. Yeah. So, what about you, Nelson?
Well, I've realistically only played one game this week. Actually, look at my list. Yes, I have only played one game this week. 3 guesses. Anyone?
Does it rhyme with Spelunky?
Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, I've only been playing Spelunky this week. But I hit a bit of a Spelunky milestone.
Nice.
I also just at the time of this recording, my video had just gone live on YouTube of that particular moment, that crowning achievement, that glorious.
I want so badly to step on it right now, but I'm not. I'm going to let you have it.
Fuck you.
Go ahead.
I killed Yama.
Yay!
I killed Yama, and I got the that achievement where you get over 500,000.
Oh, nice! You did that in one run.
Yep.
Congratulations.
That was a lot of gems.
I bet.
Yeah, so realistically, I have no legitimate purpose to play the game anymore, aside from getting like the Golden Boy from the City of Gold. But
now you got to walk away from it with your knapsack over your shoulder, like the guy at the end of the Incredible Hulk.
Well, it's funny because I finished it. I finished it Saturday morning, and I probably have played Spelunky about like 15 times between then and yesterday, or between yesterday and now. I was playing Spelunky just before the podcast, so you know. But I'm totally gonna put that game away.
I know exactly what you mean. Like when I got Platinum God and Isaac, it was basically like I hadn't been playing it as much up to that point. Like it was kind of a chore to go back to it when I only needed like one more drop to finish off the achievement. I got Platinum God, and then all of a sudden I was playing it like 3 times as much after that. I don't know why.
Yeah. But truth be told, I mean, now that I've done that achievement, and my backlog for games is pretty huge at the moment. You know, I'm probably going to have to force myself to backburner Spelunky for a bit, mostly because I want to get through Transistor.
Yeah, you're gonna try that one out.
Yeah, well, continue it.
You're gonna white knuckle it. You're gonna just white knuckle the whole thing.
I want to finish Foul Play. Kentucky Route Zero. That's another one on my list that needs some loving, some time, some playing. Jazz Punk, I bought it and I have not played it yet, and that just hurts me in all sorts of ways. So it's gonna have to get some gameplay. FTL, I want to spend a bit more time with that, and Broforce, I want to check out what it's like after those updates. So, but that's on my future list right now. That's that's on the horizon.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, I should mention that I finished Dark Souls 2 this week.
Hey, congratulations.
Yeah, and immediately started playing New Game Plus. I don't know how much New Game Plus I'm going to play though. It feels like it's kind of interesting. It's not just sort of a cookie cutter like rehashing of the first game. There is some new stuff, new drops and new mobs and stuff like that, but it feels like all of the difficulty sliders have kind of been bumped up a notch. Like, I don't know. I'm playing this character who's a pretty decent level, has really good gear. I've improved my weapons. My weapons are all like at maximum level, and my armor's been improved and stuff like that. And I still feel like I'm just barely squeaking through on some of the mobs that I'm fighting. So I'm bumping up against the ceiling, and I think it needs more skill for me to break through that ceiling. And I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to do that. So like my gear is capped out. My gear is taking me as far as it can possibly take me. So I just need to be better at the game in order to get more out of it. And I don't know if I'm really willing to put in that kind of investment.
So did they actually make it harder, or did they just make the bad guys just more like sword sponges?
There's more of them. They throw in a bunch of red phantoms. They change some enemy placements around in kind of interesting ways. The bosses seem to be pretty much the same from what I've seen. I've only fought 2 so far, but they seem to be pretty, like in New Game Plus, I've only fought 2 of them, but they seem to be pretty similar to what they were in New Game. Okay. But the regular mobs are a lot tougher, like a lot tougher. What changes though is that, I mean, you go into the first level in New Game and you have like unimproved equipment and, you know, just kind of basic stuff. You go into it in New Game Plus and you've got the weapons that you want to use. You've got them all improved and stuff like that. So originally, like when you first start playing the level, you're kind of breezing through it compared to your first time through, right?
Right.
But then you run into some real snafus where they've set up some nasty traps for you, and it's kind of like they're almost wanting you to get that cocky. Like they kind of give you, you're fighting the first couple enemies. You're like, oh, I've got my +10, you know, gigantic Zweihander of awesome, and I'm just cleaving these guys up, and then you run into something that basically like a 2 red phantom ambush or something like that, and it's just like, holy shit, those guys just beat the living hell out of me, and
you're just a little baby, really.
Yeah, exactly. So
it's like they dangle some cannon fodder in front of you and make you think you're actually going to do okay, and then they actually, you know, their cannon fodder's older brother who's like, hey,
exactly. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting because I kind of want to see what the PvP is like in New Game Plus, because basically they throw the doors open at that point. Like the people who are playing in New Game are only playing PvP with the people in New Game. In New Game Plus, you're playing PvP with everybody from New Game Plus 1 to New Game Plus 7. Like all those different. Yeah, so it's either going to be a complete gang fest or it might be entertaining. One or the other.
How do you get to New Game Plus 7? Like, how much do you have to hate yourself to actually
play through 6 times? I mean, seriously, that's the only way to do it. And you can actually use bonfire ascetics in that game to make each sort of area of the game more difficult if you want. So
but why would you do that to yourself?
Because it's fun.
Right, because it's originally a Japanese game in Japan. That shit is actually considered fun.
Yeah, exactly.
They like to grind. Right. They do. Mm-hmm. That's built into their games.
Anything else you guys want to talk about, or?
I do have a little bit of news if you guys want to.
Sure. I got a couple things too. So
real quick.
News time.
News. All right, Austin Wintory, the composer behind such games as Journey and Flow, is facing a $50,000 fine from his union because he and thousands of other professional musicians that he belongs to, they have not agreed to a contract with the gaming industry. In fact, it's been 2 full years since an original composed score was written for a game. That's kind of unreal. Yeah, so he actually, Austin Wintory went and released a YouTube video saying that, he went public saying that he's being charged $50,000 by his own union because he scored a video game called The Banner Saga, which was kickstarted and just got rave reviews, and because of that, it got noticed. So they basically threatened, I mean AFM, the guild he belongs to, threatened legal action. So what's causing this? And that's kind of the question a lot of people are. It's actually making sort of a controversial us versus them sort of thing that's happening right now. And so in movies, union musicians get paid 1% of secondary markets from DVD and movie soundtracks, whereas games don't have a secondary market. It's a one and done kind of thing. So AFM was trying to ramrod secondary market contracts down game studios' throats, and the studios are telling them to go fuck themselves, really. So go, so no, I'm paraphrasing that part, but
he's facing like a $50,000 fine over this, isn't he?
Yeah. So game music tends to be orchestral, and so relicense fees can be really high because they have to pay for each one of those orchestra members. So that's why developers don't want to take the risk in case they reuse that music for a sequel. So there's that. Yeah, it's kind of interesting.
I'm sorry, I'm totally not following. Why is he being fined?
So he went ahead, and there's no contract between his union and game developers to develop and make music for it. So, but he did it anyway. So, bucking his union basically.
Okay, so he scored a soundtrack without the whole contract thing being done or handled through the union. He's just kind of like, fuck it, I'm just gonna make music.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
He just wanted to do something. He wanted to be creative. He's a creative guy, and so that's what this is all about. Now, granted, he has taken a big risk exposing this fine to the public, but this is where sort of the controversy comes in. He is a membership of the union by volunteer. It's not mandatory, though I assume it does help him get jobs. But they also had a chance to re-elect the AFM board membership last year, and they just didn't even bother. They kept the same board members that they were pissed off with, so that doesn't really make sense. And so finally, and this is sort of after I wrote this, it's coming down that AFM actually put a contract out today, which is more in line with what game developers want, but Austin might be like, the squeaky wheel that gets sued anyway. So...
It's funny how you say that. They put a contract out. I'm like, oh wait.
Yeah, today, like just now. So
they put a contract out on his head.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Huh? That's kind of fucked.
It's a hot banana topic for sure.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Cheese and rice, man. Cheese and rice.
All right, what do you guys got?
Good Old Games is having a sale right now.
Okay.
Yeah, Good Old Games is putting a lot of their library of classic games on sale. They're having flash sales every couple of hours, and there's some good stuff over there. They had a deal on a D&D Super Pack that included like Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, Planescape Torment, all the Neverwinter Nights games, and a couple others for a really good price. I wish I'd picked that one up, but I found out about it afterwards.
Oh, you got to get Planescape if you guys...
Yeah.
You have it, Nelson? Dude, you got to get that game, Planescape.
Yeah, Planescape Torment. It's a great game.
Do I really have to?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. You should.
Oh,
it's a great game.
Does it cost a lot?
No.
It's $4.99 right now. Just looking at the site.
That's $4.99 too much.
It was. Keep your eye on the sale. It might go down a little bit.
If it goes down to like a quarter, I'm in.
You're what's wrong with gaming today, Nelson.
You really are.
Come on, every single podcast where it's like, I won't pay full retail for that.
I know.
Every one of us.
I just wanted to point it out. That's all. Yeah, but $5, man, for one of the greatest games ever made. Come on.
Definitely.
Come on,
guy.
You know what? If there's a Steam sale and you're feeling generous, you guys can pick me up a copy.
It's not on Steam.
It's on Good Old Games.
Good Old
Games. Right. Herp derp. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
It's normally $9.99. It's on for $4.99 right now. Does that make it any better?
No.
Top off.
No. Oh well. I tried. Send your hate mail to Nelson. Care of the our backspace at gmail.com. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, that was all I really wanted to do. That's Chris Avallone is working on actually a follow-up, another Planescape game that's supposed to be coming out sometime in the near future. I don't think he's actually said when.
Yeah, he's kickstarted that one, didn't he?
Yeah. So I don't think it'll be the same characters, but it'll be the same universe.
Which is still awesome.
Oh, it comes with a book about the making of the game, if you want that, and the soundtrack. If you know. Any other news we want to talk about?
I just kind of want to get into E3.
Oh, Steam Summer Sale is supposed to be. Rumor is it's starting on June the 19th.
Holy shit! Really?
Mark your calendars. Yeah.
Yep.
So, in other words, in 4 days.
Yep.
I hope it's better than the last sale.
Oh God, yeah.
Great. Wasn't very good. Actually, the last two, even the Christmas sale, wasn't all that awesome.
Well, you got to remember, you're coming at this from the perspective of somebody who has more than 200 games in their Steam library, though. I mean, if you were brand new to Steam, I'm sure that it would just be the same kind of summer garden that you remember from your first couple of sales.
That's true. You got a good point there. Yeah.
It is easy to get kind of jaded about that kind of thing when you're like, got it. Paid more for it. Got it. You know,
Yeah.
That's going through the sale list, right?
I am glad it doesn't tell you how much you paid for it.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah, that would be catastrophic. Don't ever do that.
No.
This is one of those times where actually having your wish list cleaned up and organized will be handy.
Yep. Yeah. And same rules apply. Don't buy it unless it's a daily sale or a flash sale.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you miss something, don't worry. It'll probably be back before the end of the sale. So.
The last day, they usually just put them all back on. The most popular sales, they'll put them back on.
I'm actually thinking...
if you don't have Skyrim yet, buy Skyrim.
probably next week. Like next Sunday, the Steam sale will have theoretically started. I almost want to do a topic on one that I've been sitting on for quite a while. Is what's on your wish list?
Yeah, we haven't. Sure. Yeah, we haven't done that one in a while.
Because tie that in with the Steam sale. That would be awesome.
Sure.
Okay.
Or it could be really boring. Who knows?
Knowing us, though, it probably won't.
Yes.
What, you're scanning for sarcasm there? Is that what that delay was?
Maybe.
A couple of hot bananas. All right,
yeah,
it's over now, isn't it?
Stop trying to make hot banana happen. It's not going to happen.
All right. What were we doing this week? We were watching E3 videos and announcement.
Just like everyone else?
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I still have a job.
Well, I didn't see any of your tweets that you were promising, so that's a thing.
Yeah.
Way to shit the bed, Dan.
You gonna do that too? I don't know.
I tweeted a couple times about things.
Yeah. I edited some things. I edited a Miyamoto looking really happy. It just with a bunch of kids playing his own game.
I'm just wondering, does Miyamoto ever not look happy?
He's a pretty happy looking guy.
He seems like he's pretty genuinely stoked all the time.
Yeah. Yep. He's a hot banana.
Son of a bitch.
So, do you want to talk about the things that we were most excited about? How do you want to do this, guys?
Yeah.
Throw it out there?
I think
I'm going to start.
You heard it first, Dan.
And if you guys want to add anything to this, just chime in. So I was actually really excited about The Witcher 3. I like the gameplay videos. I like the witch guy hunting the griffin and using that looked pretty fucking badass. The whole
it did.
The wild hunt. What
hasn't The Witcher 3 been at like 2 E3s already though? I mean, hasn't this has been going on for a while, hasn't it?
They really drawn this out. I think they've been trying to expand the world. Because if you look, it almost looks the size of Skyrim. He just keeps running and running and running.
And I think they also fix their shit.
Well, CD Projekt Red, yeah, they're generally pretty reliable when it comes to putting out stuff. I mean, if it is broken, they'll fix it afterwards, and they don't charge for it and stuff like that. I didn't realize that CD Projekt Red were actually, to bring this back to what we were talking about before, CD Projekt Red are actually the ones behind Good Old Games. That's their platform.
Oh shit!
I didn't know that. I had no idea.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, I was looking into that the other day, and I was like, "Holy shit! These are the guys who do The Witcher." I was wondering why Witcher games always show up on GOG. Like when Good Old Games first came out, Witcher 2 was on there, and it was like a new game, and I'm like, "Why is there a new game on Good Old Games?"
and totally off topic, Good Old Games is coming up with a Steam-esque client.
Yeah.
Oh,
absolutely.
Good.
I was gonna mention that they're coming out with what is it called, Phoenix or something like that?
Who knows? It's
gonna be basically an installed client like Steam.
Now, are people going to take to that better than they did to Origin? It's funny how it's like
well, Origin was a piece of shit.
It could hardly do worse, right?
So as long as they don't make it a complete piece of shit, which I'm pretty sure they won't.
Well, here's hoping, right?
Yeah.
I didn't really mind Origin.
It's not as bad as people make it out to be. I mean, it is the tool of an evil empire, so it's going to get a lot of stick for that kind of thing. But it's not that bad.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, you don't mind a prostate exam.
If you're into that kind of thing, I guess, sure, why not?
But it's not something that you really want.
No, absolutely not.
So back to E3.
Yeah, sorry.
Another game I'm looking forward to is The Legend of Zelda. Speaking of open worlds.
Dude.
Did that look cool? Do you guys watch that? The E3 gameplay with the...
Now, which one are we talking about here? We're talking about the new Legend of Zelda, or we're talking about Hyrule Warriors?
The new Legend of Zelda.
Okay.
Didn't actually watch Hyrule Warriors. Kind of passed on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not the chibi kind of style. It's the Legend of Zelda style.
Right,
So.
and they kind of made a joke about that in the Nintendo presentation. It was kind of funny.
Yeah.
They had like the robot chicken guy going, if they told me you were going to be here, I wouldn't have showed up.
Oh man, I loved those like little bits between each game.
Yeah, they were good. Nintendo
they
doesn't take themselves too seriously, obviously. So.
Yeah, they were talking
at least
about,
not this time.
I just like Nintendo's like what would it be like if you were a squid, or let's just fight each other with our bees. They never really take things seriously.
That Splatoon thing went on way longer than it had to. If we're finding fault here, that whole section of the that went on way longer than it had to.
Yeah, it was. But I was.
Like, get it, guys. It's a game about squids. They shoot ink. Cool. Let's move on.
I was eating it. I gotta say.
I know a lot of Nintendo folks who were just, that was the highlight for them. They're like, oh my god, this game looks. You shoot ink.
You're a squid.
And you're a fucking squid. And I'm like, yeah, okay, that looks like a game.
Okay, cool. Right.
Smash
wouldn't cause me to go out and run out and buy a Wii U. That's for sure. But anyway.
But you're still on the fence. What is it that's going to cause you to do it? A price drop? A Smash Brothers game?
I will address that question shortly.
All right, Mario Maker. That looks like fun. You can flip flop between.
It's It's a ways off at this point, though. I mean, let's be honest.
I would only.
You can design levels, let other people play your levels.
Yep.
That's basically it. That's the game. That's it, folks. That's the game.
If they had an Excite Bike sort of add-on, I'm in.
I'm wondering if they're going to add functionality to this at some point.
What do you mean?
Or if they're going to do something more with it, like, if certain games happen to be downloaded the most, or if certain user design games or levels are really popular, they'll just pull all those together and like make a game out of it and cut people
filled with penises.
Well, yeah.
Towering penises.
Well, especially if 4chan ever got wind of that, they'd be like, oh yeah, gonna make one big old dick joke.
Of course. That's usually how that goes.
See, this is the kind of arena that Nintendo has to play in these days, right?
Right.
Basically, yeah.
This is why
they just have to roll with it. Just they're afraid of their.
Those North Americans, they want dicks. Let's give them their dicks.
Yeah, they have to.
In Japan, we got to censor that.
Right.
Pixelated dicks. It's not really a dick because it's got pixels.
Pixels.
Dixelation. It's a new word.
Hey yo.
Pixelation.
Nice.
Amiibo. That's so.
Yeah.
Now they want to get in on that sexy, hot.
Kids like Skylanders.
Skylanders.
Kids like Nintendo.
Right. Disney's
Let's put Skylanders in Nintendo.
Interestingly enough, I have a feeling there's going to be people buying those who either A, don't own a Wii U, or
dude, they would love that.
I think
do that.
I think it's a collect. Like, some people like collectibles and will just buy them. It's like, I don't really want to play this game, but I like the way these little statues look, so I'm going to buy a bunch of them.
But why would you buy a figure of the Wii Fit lady?
Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you?
She's awesome.
I don't know, because you're not crazy, I guess, would be the answer to that.
She wears capris and a very smart-looking tank top.
She never sweats.
She's in Brawl.
That's right. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, Skylanders of the Nintendo age.
Which is, everybody sort of expected it. Everybody kind of called
persistence. They're going to have persistence. They're going to level up.
I'm just wondering, why didn't they call them Amigos?
Because Amiibo. M-I-I.
Like amoebas, but friends.
Or Amigo?
Amigo. Yeah, that probably would have worked better. I don't know.
Because an amigo is your buddy, your pal, your friend.
Is that going to sell you on a Wii U, Nelson?
I will address that shortly.
Okay, the last thing.
Ooh, mysterious.
I know, it's kind of cool. GTA 5 for the PC, PS4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Your GTA Online stuff will carry over from one platform to the next.
Yeah, that's neat.
Yeah. Your online Psychopath Simulator stuff will follow you around from now on.
All right, that's I've watched a few E3 videos and I'm still playing catch up. But those have been the big one, of course, Nintendo. All their news has been really excited as a Wii U owner. So, what do you guys think? What did you guys like?
You want to go first, Nelson, or shall I?
Yeah, I'll give her.
I'm excited to hear what you say about the Wii U.
So anyway, on the Nintendo camp, because I'll just start that way. Gunman and Clive 2 for the 3DS.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Looks just as great as the original. And hey, more games for the 3DS. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's a thing. That Yarn Thread Yoshi game, whatever the hell the name of it was.
The Rainbows one?
No. Like the Yoshi's Epic Yarn, but not Epic Yarn.
Yeah.
That game looks so fucking adorable. I couldn't even handle it. Except one of the boss fights, the boss also looked fluffy and cute, and I'm like, why are you attacking him? Why can't you just be friends and all cuddle? Aw. I would feel bad after defeating that boss. It's like he wasn't doing anything wrong. He was just, Anyway.
He just wanted to be your buddy.
So yeah, that Yoshi Yarn game for Wii U looks really fucking good. And the new Zelda, again, holy shit. They're going, it's almost like they're going back to, what was it, Twilight Princess in a way. Kind of a hybrid between Twilight Princess and whatever the hell the one was after that.
The one for the Wii.
Yeah.
Yep. Slow motion.
Yeah. I would be very interested in owning and playing that because it looks really good. Plus, open world, the almost kind of cel shaded style. Plus, they're going with sort of the bluish Link instead of the green Link.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then that piggybacks onto Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah.
I'm interested. I need to know more about that before.
Same here. I'm on the fence with that one too.
Does it have Lu Bu in it though?
Oh right. One of the reasons it piqued my curiosity is because you get to play as Midna from Twilight Princess, which that, as a playable character, hell yeah, I want to play that. I want to play Midna, and it's cool. But yeah, I need to know more about Hyrule Warriors before I would ever spend money on that. Bayonetta.
Mm-hmm.
You get Bayonetta 1 and Bayonetta 2, the new one, on one disc for Wii U. Bayonetta.
I heard some rumblings though that the online version doesn't come with that or something. It's like if you buy it online, then you don't get Bayonetta 1 or something like that. I can't remember. I should look it up again. But
well, typically for Nintendo stuff, I would be loath to want to buy things online anyway. Mostly because like the Nintendo consoles are typuyally severely lacking for internal storage.
Region locked as well. That's a good point. Today, even I was buying a game and I went, I actually have two accounts, one in the U.S. and it only works in the U.S. and one in Canada, and they're locked. So if I'm not in the United States and I try to play that game, I can't.
Huh?
So, yeah, they gotta fix that.
Yeah. So Bayonetta, there's reasons I would love to own that game. Many reasons.
She kicks high.
Yeah.
She wears a suit made out of hair.
And, it's funny. I believe we said the exact same things last podcast. But anywho.
Still hold true.
But interestingly enough, that was when we were discussing console exclusives. Now, anywho. And lastly, on the Nintendo camp, Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Yeah.
That game looks so fucking cool. Also because I believe, don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure it has a lot of the same voice actors from the Macross Macross Frontier series.
Okay.
And it has a total Macross feel to that game. So based on that, again, I need to see a little bit more about the game before I would ever decide, but the new Yoshi game, the new Zelda, Bayonetta, Xenoblade Chronicles, those are... Oh yeah, Mario Kart 8, which we already knew about before E3, but anywho. 5 games on one hand, that would really make me consider getting a Wii U.
And if you buy the Mario Kart 8, you get a free game. So you can pick Super Mario Brothers U. You can pick Pikmin 3, which is what I did.
Oh yeah,
Still
Pikmin's good.
And a couple other ones. So yeah, you buy that game, you get it for free. So,
Nice.
But I went from being like, fuck it, I will never own a Wii U. I have no legitimate need or reason to ever own one. To might actually want to.
That seems to be the feeling I'm getting from Reddit right now. Is people who are on the fence now are either just jumping on the bandwagon and getting the white one.
Mm-hmm.
I have for $199. So
meanwhile, the folks on V or /V on 4chan were just going fucking ballistic over the Nintendo E3 showing. Like so unbelievably impressed, and I believe they're also like creating a giant thank you card of digital art for Nintendo to present to them, and thank you for saving video games and whatnot. So I mean, if you can make /V really happy about your showings,
have feels,
chances are you did pretty well. So that's Nintendo. We're now rolling down to I'll call PS4 and PC kind of. I'll use them interchangeably at this point because most of the stuff I saw from PS4, but I know a majority of these will also be available on PC. But anywho, so Assassin's Creed Unity. Holy shit. French Revolution. Yes, fucking please. They're bringing back the original combat system, which they're touting is new for some reason, but that's fine. I don't care.
New to you.
They're bringing they're bringing it back.
If you've never played an Assassin's Creed game before, it's new to you.
Yep. Because Assassin's Creed 3 and I believe 4 maybe, it was very just mash buttons and win battle. Whereas Brotherhood, Revelations, Assassin's Creed 2, I can't remember the original Assassin's Creed, I think so as well, you had to finesse those fights.
Assassin's Creed 1 had a lot of... Yeah, you had to be pretty good at the combat system
to make it work. You had to know how to dodge, to parry, and blah, 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 blah. They're bringing that back. Plus, the whole, just the French Revolution, the era, the costumes, just the whole look and feel of that game. Thank you, Ubisoft. Thank you so much. But yeah, Assassin's Creed Unity looks fucking fantastic, and they will get my money for that.
What'd they say? 1,500 NPCs on screen at the same time?
Jesus.
Yeah, and like the kind of the riot scenes and stuff like that, they said they had 1,500 characters animated on screen at the same time.
Well, as long as they didn't use the same NPC logic and engine that they did from, Watch Dogs, then they'll be okay. So anywho, Assassin's Creed Unity. There we are. Next up is The Division.
People are kind of sounding notes of caution about this one because apparently it still wasn't playable at E3 this year.
It's a wait and see. It looks interesting. It's very post-apocalyptic, not very zombie-oriented, which thank fucking God for that. I'm so sick of zombies. But it's sort of like the post-apocalyptic survival.
Right.
So it's sort of like The Last of Us, just without the zombies, I guess, in a way. And maybe some more gunfights. I don't know. We'll see. I'm cautiously optimistic about that game. But from what I saw, it looked good. Oh, and seeing as how I brought up Tomb Raider before, Tomb Raider 2, motherfuckers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Worst title, though. That's the worst
Tomb
title.
Raider 2.
Oh, they call it Rise of the Tomb Raider. Yeah.
Oh, gag.
I'm sure
I'm sorry, but just what? Come on.
I would have loved to be the fly on the wall during those naming games.
That's honestly
what do we want to call it? I don't know.
Come up with.
Want to call it Tomb Raider 2? That's a little too simple. Tomb Raider 2, Rise of the Tomb Raider? Perfect. Ship it.
Princess of Thieves. That's there. Boom. Done.
But the game, I loved the original the most recent Tomb Raider.
The reboot of the Tomb Raider, yeah.
Yeah. So having a sequel, or not a sequel necessarily, but having another series or another game from the franchise, I'm so happy. I mean, again, some people have cautious optimism about it because of the original and like the whole combat thing. Even, you know what? I don't care. Even if they add more, I would still play it. As long as it's written by the same writer.
Rhiannon Pratchett?
Yeah. And as long as they kind of keep the same feel of the game, I take my money, please.
Yep.
So yeah. Far Cry 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also,
more Far Cry.
Also, you can ride elephants.
Yep, there are elephants. Elephants confirmed. Far Cry 4.
Far Cry 4 looks cool. What more can I say about it? At least you don't have to play a scruffy, grizzled white guy now. They confirmed that you're not playing as a white dude. Diversity.
Doesn't matter. I play as a white dude every damn day.
Yeah, but it's a Far Cry game. I want to play it.
Yeah, it'll be good. And the environment is something that we really haven't seen before too, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah,
like that's
it's fairly original.
The Himalaya type of thing. It looks really really precipitous, I guess would be the word I'd use. It's like there's a lot of places to fall, but I guess they baked the wingsuit into it from the very beginning of the game this time.
Oh, right. It's like, oh, you totally fell off the cliff, but you can fly, so that's fine.
Yeah, who cares?
Or you can glide. You can. Uncharted 4. And Last of Us Remastered.
Oh yeah, that's a thing. I didn't catch that one.
Yeah, it's coming out for the PS4. So.
Yep.
Anything else? Any other consoles? Is it just going to stick to the PlayStation?
I watched the entire Microsoft showing. I was horribly disappointed. There wasn't a single thing that they announced for specific for Xbox that made me even remotely interested. It was super disappointing because
Lots
a lot
of Halo.
Yeah, whoopee. Oh, right. There was like the whole Halo box set, whatever. I'll let Brian talk about that. But yeah, like.
Oh, thanks. What am I, the Halo guy now?
You can have the dregs, Brian. The dregs.
Come on.
But yeah, that's all I had. That was my list basically. I'm sure I missed. Oh no! Wait, I missed some.
What?
Cuphead.
Cuphead.
I showed Brian the trailer. I posted the trailer on the Backspace.ca. That game looks fucking cool. Yeah. So Cuphead.
But we really don't know much about what that game is at this point, do we? It's kind of a side-scrolling mascot adventure type game.
Side-scrolling adventure beat 'em up type game. Done in the 1930s animated style. Yeah. Kind of like Felix the cat, Popeye, Betty Boop style.
Okay.
All hand drawn.
Yep.
It's cool.
The music is original jazz soundtrack. It looks fucking great. So if you haven't seen it, go to the Backspace.ca first post. It will be the video to the trailer. Little Big Planet 3. That game looks awesome too. Yep. So how about you, Brian? What are your E3 boners?
Okay.
Game
boners. Do we have to go with that? Is that
Nope.
Okay,
we
whatever.
Totally don't have.
Your hot banana games. Let us know your.
Let's go back to game boners.
All
right. Okay. I kind of consumed each one of them. Like I was reading E3 stuff kind of on a press conference by press conference basis. So I'll just kind of go through what I liked and didn't like from each conference. The Sony one looked interesting. I think if there's a game that will sell me a PS4, it might be Bloodborne. Bloodborne, for those of you who are not aware of it, it's the new game from Miyazaki-san, the director of Dark Souls and Demon Souls. Right. He did not direct Dark Souls 2. He had kind of a consultant role on that one, which is why a lot of people are saying it's not quite the same caliber as the previous games. But he's been basically doing this thing that was codenamed Project Beast before. A lot of people were saying that they thought it was a reboot of Demon Souls, but it actually turns out to be a completely new intellectual property, which is kind of cool. Basically looks like it takes place in kind of a 18th, 19th century European kind of thing where a plague has gotten loose, and people are basically, there's a guy who's in there who's trying to fight his way through this plague-ridden city. Looks really interesting. I'm very interested to try this game out. What else? From Sony, that was the only thing that really kind of blew my skirt up. There's some interesting stuff. the Vita or the PS, what was it, the TV thing they're doing, PS TV, PlayStation TV or something like that?
Oh yeah, Sony TVs. Sony branded TVs will be able to play.
That's been out in Japan for a while apparently.
Mm-hmm.
But that's going to be built into Sony TVs. It's going to be an add-on, like it's going to be a dongle thing that you buy for other TVs, right?
I'm not entirely sure, but I think it's built into some of the very most recent Sony TVs, and that might be built into future ones as well. They may also release it as a dongle as well. But
so how does it work? What does it do?
Basically allows you to stream your... you can stream to... What was it? You can stream to any TV in your house over a network from your PS4. I think that was it. Hang on, let me look this up because I'm feeling like I might be missing the point of this thing. So basically, it allows you. It's a $99 way to allow you to play your PlayStation on any network connected, like any network connected TV you have in your house.
Okay, so it sounds like it sounds like the Steam's version of Stream Play.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's kind of the thing.
In-home streaming. That's kind of like a lot of companies are getting in on that too, including.
It's a media streaming box like the Apple TV.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or the Chromecast, for example.
Yeah. The Chromecast is exactly what I had in mind.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing. So, I think it allows you. Wait, if you have a PS4, you can already play your Vita games on a big screen, right?
I don't know.
If I remember that right, I can't remember.
Wait. So yeah, if you have a Vita, you could play your PlayStation games on it. Yes.
Right on your TV, right?
And on your Vita. So you can
play your PlayStation games on your Vita.
Your PlayStation 4 games on your Vita. Yes, you can stream to it.
So much that I don't know about this system.
Yeah. It's it's cool. I mean, it's sort of like the next phase of that would be, of course, then you have your PlayStation 4 at home. Then you can stream over like an LTE network to your
NVIDIA
devices.
Shield style.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Okay, so that was what kind of stood out for me from the Sony press conference. Bloodborne and the Vita TV rebranded here as the PlayStation TV in North America.
Not Dead Island 2? You didn't think that?
That's going to be multi-platform, so I was kind of saving that for later. Dead Island 2, yeah, that does look interesting. They kind of went the opposite direction from the original Dead Island trailer. This one was a lot more lighthearted.
I like the trailer.
People are saying that was Jack Black's voice in there. To me, that sounded like a soundboard Jack Black. Like it sounded like recorded quotes from other things that he's done. Like what was that? The game he did for Double Fine, Brutal Legend.
Yeah.
It sounded like clips of his voice. It sounded like they were making the trailer and they just needed somebody to go sweet, in that Jack Black way that he does. I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. It's possible they might throw him in there. They might.
He might be in it, but those kinds of things, the things that he was saying, is not something you get somebody of Jack Black's stature into a recording studio to record for you. It was stuff that could be easily duplicated by just taking existing libraries, I guess. Anyways, yeah, it was kind of a cool trailer. The thing that's got me more excited about this game is the fact that Jaeger is developing it.
Oh yeah,
they're the guys who did Spec Ops: The Line.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So this is like Dead Island. It's kind of like they're taking the intellectual property and giving it to somebody who actually knows how to make good games.
Yeah.
So I think it's just they're kind of leveraging the name and allowing Jaeger to make their zombie game, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. One I'm thinking I'm gonna follow.
Which is fine.
Yeah, it should be interesting.
Hey, you guys might not fuck this up. Let's give it to you.
Moving on, we'll do the hardware manufacturers first. Microsoft, yeah, nothing really interested me in the Microsoft press conference. There was there's nothing there that would make me buy an Xbox. The Xbox One at this point. I was looking for reasons. And Sony, I'm going to keep an eye on Bloodborne and see if that's a reason to buy a PS4. Nothing in Microsoft's press conference said I need to buy an Xbox One to play this. So, yeah, the announcement of a new Halo, that's kind of understandable. The thing that I found kind of interesting about that Halo package that they were putting out is basically the fact that it's going to be used as a data mining tool to help them craft like the next the next Halo game that they're making. They want to see what people like playing. They're going to be basically using that game to collect all the metrics on how people play the multiplayer.
It's almost like they took a page from Electronic Arts and it was just like Origins,
Yeah. Yeah, so I thought that was interesting. I really have no attachment to the Halo franchise. I mean, beyond the fact that Halo was like the first game that I got with my original Xbox when I first bought it.
Mm-hmm.
I played Halo 1, I played Halo 2, I own Halo 3. I never really played it.
Didn't we beat that one, Brian? You and I? I thought we did.
Halo
3.
3, yeah. You're right. You're right. We did multiplayer that one. I forgot about that completely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right. But beyond that, I've never played. What do I have? I have Halo Reach or something like that. I can't remember which one I have. I have another Halo game, but I can't remember which one it was. But yeah, I don't have a whole lot of attachment to the Halo franchise, so that really didn't excite me too much. Nintendo press conference was good. It was insane in all the right ways. I mean, seeing Reggie Fils-Aimé and Iwata-san like going all Super Smash Brothers on each other was kind of surreal.
That was unreal, yeah.
With like Iwata doing that E-Honda headbutt attack into Reggie's stomach. I was just like, this is all the right kinds of crazy. This is, that was great. And the Robot Chicken stuff, it was okay. It's Robot Chicken, whatever. I
liked it.
I thought, it was good. I didn't mind it so much. But let's see, what was there in the Nintendo one that really interested me? I guess the new Legend of Zelda game looked really cool. The Hyrule Warriors, I'm still not really sold on that one. It seems like it's kind of hard to follow the Zelda game that they had though. That game looked fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
But Hyrule Warriors just seems like more whatchamacallit,
more
like,
Zelda.
Dynasty Warriors stuff.
Yes, exactly. Dynasty Warriors.
So, yeah, I'm so not into the Dynasty Warriors franchise. I've played them a couple times, and I'm just like, I just don't get it. I know these games have a fanatical following, but I don't understand why. Like, mechanically, there's something about them that it doesn't resonate with me. Let's just put it that way. So yeah, I'm not really too interested in that, but and the Kirby Canvas Curse and the Yoshi game, they look cute. They look really cute. Not really in my wheelhouse as far as gaming goes, but I can see why people would be looking forward to those. What else was there? Oh yeah, Bayonetta, of course, like Nelson talked about. I mean, it seems like they're trying to appeal to more of a core gamer demographic with that kind of announcement, and that's cool. I've heard Bayonetta is good. I've never actually played it, but it looks interesting anyways. So yeah, Nintendo, I think there is some definite reasons to kind of look at getting a Wii U at this point, and I don't think there has been up to this point. So that was interesting to me. Right, so that's the hardware manufacturers. Ubisoft press conference was interesting. Had that kind of particular brand of French Canadian insanity that they always seem to bring to the show.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Seeing Aisha Taylor kind of awkwardly hugging these little tiny bearded French Canadian guys and make small talk with them.
Yeah,
it was fun.
Do you like video games?
Yeah, Tabernacle, the video games. So, but yeah, there was some interesting stuff in there. The Far Cry 4 was probably most in my wheelhouse because I finished Far Cry 3 fairly recently, and I'm looking forward to that one. The Himalayan kind of environment looks like it's going to be a really interesting playground.
Definitely.
But aside from that, it just looks like more Far Cry 4. Light things on fire, sick animals on your enemies. Big machine guns, kind of a sketchy guy that you're working for. It ticks all the boxes for a Far Cry game. So. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. Some good stuff. I thought the Rainbow Six Siege looked interesting.
Didn't see that one.
Yeah. It's basically like kind of a adversarial round-based thing where you you kind of, from what they showed of it anyways, it looks like you're going to be basically playing a hostage rescue type of squad. One side is going to play the hostage takers, the other side is going to play the rescue team. Fully destructible environments. You want to see if somebody's in the next room, just take a shotgun and blow a hole in the wall, right? Want to breach through a door? Great. Want to breach through a ceiling? Even better. It's that kind of thing. So it looked cool. It was a very canned demo that they did for it. They said alpha footage, so who knows what that game's going to look like. But apparently they used the Assassin's Creed engine for that game, which I did not know.
Nice.
So
it's going to be solid then.
Yeah, running in a tightly sort of more confined environment, I guess they can get that one, sort of work all the bugs out of that one. But it looks kind of cool. It looks kind of interesting, kind of the Payday model, only with a more of a multiplayer component built into it. Planning and execution, small environments. And
speaking of Payday model,
yes,
yeah,
okay, we'll use that to pivot onto EA then, shall we?
All right.
Electronic Arts. Yeah, that was probably for me the most disappointing aspect of the entire show, their presentation.
Disappointing, depressing.
Yeah, it's like every video they put out was like, yeah, we make video games, but here's a bunch of videos about the guys who make the video games talking about making video games. And it's great that they're making Battlefront, but I would have liked to have seen a little bit more than an in-game render of a Stormtrooper helmet to sort of prove to me that this is actually a thing. We get that there's kind of a historical reverence for the property. That's cool. But you don't need to spend 10 minutes talking about that. Just show me the damn game already. Most disappointing thing for me in the entire show, though, had to be the fact that they brought BioWare to the show and then proceeded to talk about how BioWare is making a new Mass Effect without actually showing any of the new Mass Effect.
So we're doing stuff. Yeah, we are. All right.
Yeah. We work in the dark because we're BioWare. It's like, don't they give you guys light for work? Like all the videos they shot, it's like every video they did was like, it's very dark in the BioWare office from what they led me to believe.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing: as working in software development, we actually have light.
Yeah, you don't want to work in the dark.
No,
you really don't.
It hurts your eyes.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I was hoping to see something on the new Mass Effect, and they didn't show me anything, and that made me sad. So, and then they followed that up with Battlefield Hardline, and I just
fucking Hardline.
Battlefield Hardline. That looks like a mod. It looks. I'm sorry, guys, but it looks like a mod.
And
it really.
And it's already been done. Payday 2. What's up?
Yeah.
And Payday.
I mean, it looks like something that could be done with the existing engine of Battlefield 4. I didn't see anything in that presentation that would lead me to believe that that's anything other than a slight tweak of the rules and a slight readjustment of the graphical assets. It just, I mean, people are betaing it now, so maybe there's more to it than I'm seeing, but
probably not.
Yeah, it doesn't look that interesting to me, I gotta say.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I think that's pretty much it for me. What else did I want to talk about?
Video games?
Evolve,
yes. Thank you. Evolve looks like it's going to be fucking amazing.
Yeah.
That's all I really have to say.
See the Kraken video?
Yeah.
That looks amazing.
That game, there's a Cthulhu in it. That's frightening.
Yeah, you get to kill Cthulhu.
So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That's my... Yeah, Evolve is definitely one of the things I'm most looking forward to.
It's like how Alien
Where-
versus Predator should have been. Like the
Yeah,
Mm.
no kidding.
Mhm.
But yeah, it looks fantastic. It's by the guys who did Left 4 Dead. So
Okay. Yeah. So
they've got a
D&D.
pretty good handle. They got a pretty good handle on what makes good multiplayer games. So.
Yes, for sure.
So yeah, that's pretty much it for me in regards to E3.
Thanks, Brian.
I gotta say though, I'm pretty impressed this year. I did not have high hopes whatsoever. coming into this year for gaming, aside from, well, I mean, earlier on I listed off mostly indies for this year that I was interested in. But yeah, there's some really, really good shit coming out this year, especially from Nintendo, which blew me away.
Yeah,
I think Nintendo knocked it out of the fucking park.
They kind of had to bring it this year. They really did have to generate some momentum.
And I think they just started pushing the hardware on that system, and we're seeing it. We definitely see it with Mario Kart 8 and just what they're doing with the physics engine and that. But yeah, you're right, Brian. They had to bring it this year. If they were another year of Luigi, oh my god,
it's Luigi over. Death Stairs.
Yeah. But yeah, I think for sure if you want an entry level system, you don't want to get a PC. Wii U is the way to go, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I actually recommended that. I recommended a Wii U to somebody I work with a little while ago, just because he was looking for something that he could play with his kids, and get a Wii U, man.
Oh, for sure.
That's what they're for.
Yeah, exactly. Skylander set. That's yeah. If you're a dad and you want something to play with your kids, the Skylander set.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy, and hopefully also the Steam sale coming up will be fortuitous for us, and we can get some more games that we will be able to play in like 8 months or so.
Chuck them on the pile.
Yeah. more kindling for the fucking bonfire. Jesus.
For sure. Well, that was a real hot banana of a show. This, you guys? No? All right. Okay. I tried. I'm officially
not going to acknowledge it anymore. I'm not going to acknowledge it.
Officially retiring Hot Banana as a...
Aww.
Yeah. I tried.
Farewell, Hot Banana. 2014 to 2014. We hardly knew you.
Think of something else next week.
Oh, boy.
All right. Well,
that's why he does it. That reaction, Nelson. That's why he does it. You know that, right?
Yeah.
What reaction? I'm just trying new things. I'm just trying to...
It's the eye roll reaction, man. If you can make people roll their eyes, it's like, I did it. I've accomplished it. I did something.
Yeah, classic troll technique.
I contributed. Woo!
Yeah.
Video games.
All right. Is that it? We're all good?
Let's wrap it up there. Why not?
I'm all talked out.
Yeah, me too.
No listener emails this week. We're kind of disappointed.
Oh, what the fuck, guys?
Come on.
Darko, man, if you wanna email us again, it's not like a one-time deal. You can email us as much as you want.
Yeah.
It's really literally going to be listener emails. Like one listener sends us emails.
Listener email, yeah.
It's fine. Get a dialogue going, man.
Yeah.
Encourage your other Macedonian brethren to send us emails. We want
to hear from you.
But for the rest of you, tweet us at our Backspace and email us at ourbackspace@gmail.com, or go to the backspace.ca for all the social links.
Yep.
Facebook, that's the thing people still do, right?
We do. We still check our Facebook.
Every now and again,
yeah. Sure. Also, got some videos on the way for some of Brian's games, and sounds like Dan as well. And
that's coming up for me. Yep. If you like WildStar.
Yep. If you like it like a hot banana.
See? It's fun to say.
Needs work. Workshop it.
Yeah, we gotta workshop that.
All right, well.
All right, have a good week, guys.
Yeah, see ya.
See ya.
This cake looks good.
One thing I could say is when you peel your hot banana, you never make eye contact with another guy.
You never cross the banana streams either.
No.
Does that work as a thing?
Sure. Why no?
No. Okay. The burning itching.
You should go see a doctor about that.
But don't be like me and drink to excess, right?
Poor Life Decisions brought to you by the Backspace podcast.
By the Booze Council.
I'm just observing.
It sounds like you're calling me out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
3 o'clock by the bike rack. Be there.
He had a Rainbow Bridge. By the Rainbow Bridge, which doesn't sound very tough.
No, that really doesn't sound very tough at all.
By the romper room and the bouncy castle. Be there.
I'm gonna kick your ass by the Rainbow Bridge. It just can't sound badass when you say something like that.
No.
Meet me by those multicolored fishes. I will be in between blue and green.
Perhaps fuchsia.
I'm gonna get my podcast beer going here.
Don't care.
We gotta have some. We gotta have some pop. People think hot banana. They think the Backspace.
We'll have like some clip art that we can put on screenshots that we put on the website, like a burning hot banana who seems really stoked about the fact that he's burning.
Only if it's done in the style of like the Windows 3.1 clip art gallery.